May I, on behalf of the Bureau and members of the Parliament of Pan-African Parliament, sincerely thank you for your effective participation in this African Regional Dialogue on the Post-2015 Development Framework. I believe that this meeting, being the first of its kind, is a bold attempt to bring parliamentarians together with different sectors of civil society and utilizing different modalities of working together. I believe also that we have learned a lot from the critical discussions we've had from our different backgrounds and experiences. Indeed, the enthusiasm and the spirit of the discussions were highly encouraging and so challenging as to make it necessary for us to formalize the process of regional consultations on the post-2015 development framework. The dialogue that has taken place here over the past 2 days has been brutally frank, honest, and bold, and we believe that the outcomes would help the process that we're engaged in. Let me emphasize that certain facts that clearly emerged from our discussions, including our experience on MDGs, has disclosed that sustained progress can only be achieved through inclusive and effective governance. Parliamentarians are crucial institutions of governance, and they represent the diversity of views and constituencies in our continent, and as such, remain a very important check for governments, while civil society organizations are also, to us, indispensable partners in the need to enhance accountability in governance. Through this meeting, we've brought together civil society and parliamentarians so that we can better understand the linkages between governance and development. The discussions at this meeting has highlighted that governance is central to development and that parliamentarians should and can speak boldly about the future of governance and development in our various national parliaments and at other fora. As has been said over and over, the main issue about development on our continent lies solely in governance, and governance, and governance. We must also face the realities of the global economic situation and enhance resource mobilization at domestic levels. As parliamentarians and civil society, we have a responsibility to work together to also ensure effective resource allocation, application, and utilization. We must also partner together to ensure enhanced monitoring of resource utilization. We must make sure that available resources are applied to the greatest areas of need. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me give a very simple example. Our national governments, are they applying resources to food importation instead of food production? We must look at the commitments that our heads of states have made in international fora, the Maputo Declaration, that 10% of national budget should go to agriculture. As parliamentarians, we're in budget season for most countries in Africa. And as you go back to your various national parliaments, are you asking the clear question as to how much money has been provided in the budget towards agriculture and food production? How much money has been provided in the budget for health? How much money has been provided in our budget for education? 3 clear areas that have a lot of impact on the living conditions and standards of our African citizens. We must also begin to ensure that new international development frameworks, negotiations are developed through genuine and broad-based participation of all segments of our society, especially our women and our youths at the grassroots level. The need to mobilize them to participate in the process is very critical to the outcome of any process that affects their lives. I must confess that the Pan-African Parliament as an institution is pleased not only to have started the regional consultation process by hosting these meetings on the Post-2015 development framework, but we're also honored to be considered to host the final global consultation in March 2013. These dates have been finalized in consultation with the UNDP, and we look forward to your full participation in that process in 2013. As we draw the curtain on this very important dialogue, I'd like to leave you with the inspiring and instructive words of our leaders who had a clear vision to come together in 2000 and to agree on the Millennium Declaration. And I quote, "We recognize that in addition to our separate responsibilities to our individual societies, we have a collective responsibility to uphold the principles of human dignity, equality, and equity at the global level. As leaders, we have a duty, therefore, to all of the world's people, especially the most vulnerable, and in particular the children and women of the world to whom the future belongs." You would all agree with me that our discussions and resolutions in this meeting have been very fruitful and reflective of our commitment to the above declarations. I urge you, each and every one of you, not to relent. We must sustain the struggle until we achieve these targets. But like one of my colleagues who spoke yesterday said, we must see every day as a target date. And we must continue this struggle to ensure that we achieve the laudable objectives for which the Millennium Development Goals were set. On this note, I declare this meeting closed. Thank you and God bless you.